There has actually been studies that suggest that fish are happier in an appropriately sized aquarium than they are in the wild. So when a fish has got plenty of territory, plenty of place to swim around, they have life on a silver platter, they're fed exceptionally high quality fish foods, they're never hungry, they're never having to fight life or death for food, territory, mating or anything like that. There are various ways that scientists can measure the life satisfaction of a fish, and to all available measures, they believe that life in an aquarium is life on a silver platter. They experience lower stress levels, they tend to be less physically damaged, they don't have to stress about being eaten, they don't need to compete for food in any way as they would have to in the wild. Now, the other thing that people don't really understand about fish is that fish don't have the range of emotion that people have. So very often people will look at a fish and then judge the fish's happiness by their own range of emotions, whereas a fish is happy as a default. So a fish is swimming happily around the fish tank, and then if something scares it, then the fish will then be scared. If the fish is hungry, the fish will be hungry, and there are various triggers that will cause emotions within fish, but if there's nothing triggering it negatively, their default is to be happy. They're not complex beings like we are. Now, that's no excuse to not give fish an environment where they can thrive. Having fish in an environment where they've got plenty of room, they're not getting harassed by something else, they've got ample food, is basically as happy as a fish can possibly be. Maybe rearrange the decorations every now and then for something different, even introduce a new fish every now and then for something different. But if fish are happy, that's as happy as they can be. The fish don't experience the range of emotions like we do. They don't sit there happily swimming around their fish tank thinking, I wish I was in the wild. Fish also really don't have concept of their own growth like we do. If you put the fish in when they're small and let them grow, as far as the fish are concerned, the tank's the size of the ocean. But what we don't recommend is getting fish from a large aquarium and putting them into a small aquarium, or we can monitor signs of stress. So there is arguments to suggest that a happy fish in a fish tank is happier, higher satisfaction level, lower stress level than it is in the wild. Now, as a fish keeper, I can totally tell how my fish feel. If I feel that if they're happy, if they're stressed, if they're hungry, if they're agitated, I can see that, I can feel that. So put a little note down on the bottom of this video, as a fish keeper, how happy do you think your fish are? And what control do you think you have to make sure that your fish is super happy? And give me your opinion. Are fish happier in a fish tank than they are in the wild? Now, I'm not so interested in the opinion of someone that's never kept a fish, or I'm not so interested in the opinion of someone that's kept a fish in a bowl in inadequate circumstances. I'm interested in the opinion of people that have kept fish in an environment in which the fish can thrive. So what do you reckon? It is my opinion, as a generalization, that fish are happier in a fish tank than they are in the wild. Give us your thoughts.